Hello, and welcome to another episode of Inscription. It's okay, so we have 7, I believe, totems activated on this one. The first 7, obviously, we play with all of them turned on, so we start with the basic ant deck, and it offers us an ant and another insect, a mantis, which is pretty sweet, actually, to be honest with you. It's a good start. And we decide to go to the fireplace. Isn't 2 HP? Well, we want our mantis to actually survive some combat, so we throw 2 HP on the mantis, and we move on to our first totem fight. Yes, okay, so it's diving wildebeests. Probably one of the worst combinations that they can do, because they're generally pretty strong. And we start off by placing our ants. We get another worker ant. So the queen ant is out, turn 1, not bad. For the free squirrel there, helping us out a little bit. We place the queen ant where it's going to attack the elk, but obviously because of the diving mechanic, we're not actually going to be able to hit it. It's going to block the elk's first attack turn though, so we play it with that type of... We're hoping to do more damage. We always forget about what the mole does, to be honest with you. Right, so we blocked the 1 hit. We're going to kill the mole off this turn. We play the squirrel, and we play the mantis for the extra damage. It's basically wasted on the mole though, to be honest with you. Elk jumps up, deals 2 damage. If we can get the vids card, there we go, flying ant, perfect. Okay, and 9 damage directly. Sweet, not too bad for the first battle actually, to be honest with you. If the elk would have started killing the queen ant, then we probably would have started going downhill from there. But I think we got a decent go at it after that. We win a golden pelt. Not our favourite thing to win at this point in time, but, you know, we have a pelt now. Something worth blocking at some point, but a dead draw, realistically, when it comes down to it. Okay, so we grab a totem. Nothing really useful on that one. And we have flyer blockers. Okay, that's fine. Blocking the flyers is not an issue for us right now. We drop a squirrel and a mantis behind the opossum. We deal 2 damage directly. Nice. We draw a squirrel. We end our turn. We could have played a flying ant, but we just left with the mantis, and that's all good. The mantis is actually going to get taken out by the bull this turn, so we swap him for the queen ant. We play another squirrel, and we get our worker ant out as well. There we go, some extra damage coming in. Boop. Right, we're back on equal terms. Next turn we draw a squirrel. A little bit of a hesitation there. Who knows why? Who knows why? The answer was obvious. We were going to get 9 damage this turn. A bit of extra damage rolling in. Like, I actually quite enjoy these insect decks. They're pretty decent, to be honest with you. And we go for the adder. We're going to try... I think we're trying to just work towards getting rid of the fireplaces so we can just get maximum damage out of this mantis and then defense on the ants, you know? So we put stink bug on the mantis. It's not a bad choice actually, to be honest with you, to make... If you could put him in front of something with 1 attack power, then they can't do any damage and he gets to take advantage of his side attacks like to the maximum, so it kind of helps out a lot. So we play a squirrel and the mantis down. Don't know why he didn't go in front of the fir tree. Probably because we're expecting that the bull's gonna swap places with it and give us an extra hit next turn. So we actually get to poke the bull, but we decide to swap the adder in. The bull is kind of the only card that's Leshy's going to get in this run, realistically, so now we can build our hand up a little bit and just wait for it to come back. Yeah, just build our hand up a little bit. Don't necessarily need to get rid of the adder right now. So we drop a second squirrel, get our queen ant out. think we probably should have transferred the adder out and then got the other ant in and put them in two positions where we could actually deal some damage, but it's not a massive problem. We get the ant in this turn, the tree and the rabbit's gone. It drops another elk fawn in, it's fine. It's gonna take out the adder. But we would win this turn either way, no matter what happened, right? So it wasn't really that big a problem. And now we don't win this turn. It's kind of a weird... If I pay a bit more attention to the amount of damage I'm supposed to be doing, I would have won last turn, but we like getting triple ants out for 9 damage. Either way, extra bonus damage this turn. And yeah, it's not going too bad. First wave's going relatively quickly, actually. We go for... We're still in the phase where we like to take like level 1 creatures for our decks. Right, we're still in that at the moment. We haven't really learned to play higher level creatures properly, take advantage of it. We do know some good combinations, don't get us wrong, but we just haven't taken advantage of any of the like low level cost game mechanics that are actually in existence. So yeah, we got another useless totem body, to be honest with you. Need an insect head, realistically, from the totems. And we get our smoke for surviving the first round. And we wait for our draw. Hopefully we get something good. Okay, we got our mantis, we got a squirrel, and we got a queen ant. It's not a bad start, to be honest with you. So we play the mantis in front of the strange frog. He only has 1 attack power. And we leave the smoke on the right. Probably a bit of a misplay, to be honest with you. But we lose the smoke, we get a pelt and 4 tokens. These tokens don't really help us out at all, to be honest with you. We have no use for building these tokens up. Okay, so then we drop a squirrel and the kingfisher in front of the bullfrog. And now we take the bullfrog out and we knock the strange frog down by 1 damage. Okay, draw another squirrel. Gonna need to build our hand up a little bit more. So we take out the trap again. We do 1 damage directly. There we go. It's perfect because the traps are never going to be in front of our mantis. We're always going to be able to grant ourselves some extra hides or pelts while also still building our hand up, getting everything we need for the next round. Here we go. And it's pretty much clean sailing right now. We dealt with all the traps. We draw another squirrel. Want to get some more ants on the field. And we want to get some more ants on the field. We'll just end on 2. Guess we don't want any more ants right now. Okay, right. Another queen ant comes out. Now we swap for an ant. I don't know why. We could have done that last turn to do the extra damage, but I guess it didn't really make much difference. Okay, so our usual tactic comes into play. So the footage is taken from my live stream, so we do get stickers every now and then. Please forgive us on the stickers there. There's no way of actually removing them from the footage. Sorry. Eventually we will be playing directly from the PC, so you won't have to worry about that. But if you're happy to join us on the if you're happy to join us on the stream, then please consider it. It's all good. Just look for us on Twitch, the same name. But either way, that's fine. Right, so we get our ants down. We take the free cards that are directly in front of what damage dealers we already have on the field. We swap out the mantis for another ant to get 9 damage, and then we win in 1 turn. It's not too bad. Okay, from here we take a Gek. Probably one of our favorite cards, actually, to be honest with you. And then we move on. The next round is the forest, and we start off by gaining another card for our deck, an extra ant. It's quite cool. Okay, and then we have a backpack. We take the Tipex to wipe out the effects on people's cards. Or the whiteout? What's it called? It's called Tip X here in the UK. Okay, we put the Gek and then the Mantis. Perfect combination. There are some good combos with the Gek that we like to take advantage of when we build a deck. And I'm sure we'll see one of those in this one. So we throw down the Adder, which then insta-kills the tail. The Skink then has the ability where it's going to move. Now the Adder has 0 damage, so it can't attack my Mantis. But they do still have the ability to move in front of attacks. So we kind of just get lucky, really, with the placement of all these cards, with the way they fall. It keeps definitely try to kill our Mantis with an Adder, but sadly he knows he's not gonna get there. So we take the concede there. There wasn't really a way for me to get any extra real damage out of him, so we didn't worry about that too much. Okay, and now the beast in the cave. We have skills, HP, or sacrifice. We go for skills. It's usually our favorite one to go for. Usually always works in our decks when we build them, but we haven't got the luck with us this time round. Okay, fireplace again, 2 more HP. Okay, so we select the Adder again. We're still at this point wanting to double click the Adder into Oblivion, but now it's got 9 HP. So it's kind of a bit late now. You might as well keep it if it's got 9 HP and it's an Adder. I mean, it can go through everything, right? It's gonna just tank anything and one-shot anything that's in front of it. So it's a pretty OP card now with 9 HP. Probably a bit excessive, but throw the Kingfisher down in front of the stump. Defends itself from the attacking burbs of the opposing team. To be honest with you, we could have probably used the Tip X right now to stop the eggs from evolving, but we swap out for the Ant Queen on the left. Now have a Raven and 2 Kingfishers to deal with. It's not looking like a good situation, to be honest with you. Okay, so we take the squirrel, we throw it down, and then another ant in front of the stump. We worry that the Raven is going to kill our ant. Realistically, it's going to ignore it, but you know, it is what it is. We throw it in front of the stump, and we block the Raven with the golden pelts. The last square is opened up by the Kingfisher. We killed the stump, which also then rolled over and killed the coyote that was sitting behind it. We now have a squirrel, sorry, and 2 ant queens available. So we place the second ant queen down, get a new ant. We put it next to the Raven, because the queen can actually survive a hit from the ravens. There we go. Might as well take it out, you know. Grab a squirrel, place squirrel, and then 9 damage with ants. It's our favourite way to finish a match. It's our favourite way to finish a match in this one. I don't mind having a lot of ants, to be honest with you. They're quite fun. I like the ants. Okay, so Beast in the Cave again. Let's see if we're more successful this time round. We gain 3 skills again, attack power, and bone summon cost. It's a very hard one to pull off because we don't actually have anything that summons through bones at the moment. We gain 2 skills again, fail to actually win that round, but 1 less card in our deck, to be honest with you. We do tend to have a tendency of filling our deck up with way too many cards, so we break our Kingfisher onto the Ant Queen, giving it the ability to dive underwater and fly. It's a bit harsh for an Ant Queen, to be honest with you. It's very, very overpowered. Okay, they've got chasing the hunter ability. We can just chase down the creatures when you place them on the field. We play the Mantis first. Kingfisher's going to get 0 attack power. This is why we placed them in front of one of their creatures, because it basically creates a dead space where they can't attack me from. We draw a squirrel and we play a flying ant. The adder can't be played now, my friend. We can play the flying ant, okay, and then we end our turn, get 1 extra damage, while also killing something. It's not a bad start, it's not a bad start. We want to draw another ant. Oh god, they're close to winning those, so we draw a squirrel again. And we need extra damage. It needs to work. We pull a tooth. And we play the adder in front of the bat. So we deal 1 damage directly to make it 3 damage. And we kill the bat. And the River Otter and the Sparrow knock us back down to 1 HP. We draw a squirrel. We kill the Sparrow. And our 9 defense otter, our 9 defense adder, sorry, is actually just a beast. It really is just like, he's worth summoning now, to be honest with you. Definitely worth summoning. So we can block some damage with the golden pelts. We're going to do 2 damage directly and kill the coyote. So now they can do 1 damage a turn. We do 2 damage at the moment, or 3 damage now actually. We can play the squirrel and then swap in for the ant queen. And it's basically the same damage, but it gives us another ant we can play with next turn, you see. So we take 1 damage because the golden pelt is still here. Grab a squirrel, we play our worker ant, and then now we're doing 6 damage. And there we go, nice. 1 excess damage rolled over, gets us a golden tooth, and we go for the trapper on the left. We want to get rid of our pelts that are in our deck now, so you know, we want the skinning knife, and we don't really want to buy any pelts realistically. We want to get rid of the pelts in our deck. That's what we want. So we're going to look for the trader at a later date. Got +1 attack power, going to add it to the mantis. Don't really want to risk getting it eaten by the people. We were trying to get the adder on there earlier, but it didn't really pay off that well, so we go with the mantis again. Just gonna go for like 1 turn kill cards now. I think we're late enough in the game that 1 turn kill cards is really what we should be working towards. So we get our smoke for surviving the whole run up until this point, and we're up against the fisher. And we drop a squirrel and are now mantis, which is pretty cool. It's nearly a one-shot. It's nearly a one-shot creature. So we do 4 damage on turn 1. Kingfisher comes in. We do squirrel into an adder. And we're not really like 100% on how the fisherman actually, like how to really just play him properly, but we had a win anyway, so he wasn't going to get his turn to steal our card. And we start off by killing the great white that's in front of the adder. Wasn't sure if the adder would like kill the shark part of the summon like immediately, or if it would just kill the bucket. So we knew we had a backup plan with the mantis then as well though, so there we go. It's nice and easy, because once you bypass the buckets, you pretty much just laugh in when it comes to the fisherman. Nice and easy. And then we get offered strange lava, rat pack, a pack rat, and a Dias. So we take the Dias. It's a pretty decent card. It's not really like the main staple for this run or anything like that, but you can utilize it if you get the right cards for it. So we go to the right because the trader is here. We want to get rid of our pelts like we said earlier. We have 1 normal pelt, we take a possum. We have 1 golden pelt, we get offered the Ouroboros. So we take the Ouroboros, and then we go to the painter to duplicate our card. We pick the mantis, because he basically is he's a pretty decent card by now. It swaps out his extra ability for chasing the dog, so he's no longer stinky, he's now a hunting beast. Who'd have thought, right? Who'd have thought that an assault mantis would be the thing? but hey, it is. So we get 4 damage turn 1. It's a good start. Not going to complain about that. But they get a lot of damage back, to be honest with you, on turn 1. They've got, like, well, with the -1 from the Mantis, it's actually only 2 damage. But they also have reflect damage back, so every time I hit, it's tough on me. It's hard on my Mantis to do his job. So we place the dice down. Thought it'd be a good start for it. But then we take a win anyway, so there we go. Straight off. We don't even need to think about a tactic of getting through that fight. It's actually already over. Okay, so it's back to the trapper again. We get another pelt. So we just got rid of these pelts, and now we're gonna fill back up on pelts again. Who'd have thought? To the fireplace, and we have 2 health again. Who wants more health this time round? More health on the adder? It's up to 11. And now they've eaten him. Okay, it's a bit late, but okay. So it's trying to reduce the number of cards in our deck now, so we don't have to worry about drawing them at the worst times. Okay, so we have a Mantis and 2 Ant Queens in our hand. It's not bad. It's not bad start, to be honest with you. So we hit for 4 damage. Turn 1 again. It's a big advantage, to be honest with you. It's a really, really big advantage. So he chases the Raven, and then the Cuckoo blocks the space, so he doesn't jump back in front of the Cuckoo. He also doesn't block the Raven's damage either. So he kills the Cuckoo, still does 2 damage on the left. So that evens out the Raven's damage for us. We throw down 2 squirrels, and we grab our Ant Queen, and we get a free ant for that. We now end our turn. We do 5 damage, sorry. That takes the win. Nice and easy. It's just you build a deck that just allows you to summon every turn, and it really, really does just help you out massively. We took a bird from the clan switch, and we got ourselves a kingfisher back, and we grab a pack rat because we forget to use our items. This is a major problem on most of my runs, to be honest with you. We don't need the pack rat, but we always end up with them because we just never use the items when it comes down to it. Right, so we start with a pelt and a pack rat in our hand, but we do have our trusty Mantis. It's very nice. We play a rabbit pelt to block the coyote from doing any damage to us. Too much damage anyway. And we do 4 damage directly. We grab a squirrel. Our Mantis kills both the coyote and the wolf, and the porcupine. It doesn't kill the wolf actually, but it does damage the wolf enough that, you know, we don't need to worry too much about it. So we are going to gain an item, so we need to use an item up. But we forget to do it before we play the pack rat. That's definitely a misplay by us. We should really be replenishing the knife with something else. So, yeah, it's not bad. Helps us clear the whole stage, though. Back to the pack rat. Grab a squirrel. Can't do anything. We can block some damage. And our pack rat dies to the reflect damage on the alpha. Yeah, it's dire. It's a dire situation. We drew the Gek. No! Why a Gek? Well, I do like the card, but this is probably the worst time to draw it. Okay, we take damage. We finally lose a life. And we move on to the next fight. How disappointing. I'm disappointed as well. Thanks, Leshy. Thanks for pointing that out. So yeah, we grab a one blood wolf cub. It's one of my favorite cards actually. I quite like wolf cub when it comes down to it. We are going to merge Ouroboros onto our Gek. We don't really need the Ouroboros, but the unlimited Gek is definitely helpful for an ant deck, for sure. And we get another merge immediately after, so we're going to play the pack rat onto the possum, because the possum's technically the only card in our deck that summons through bones, so it should be basically able to summon it no matter what. I point out that we've got some bones in a jar as well that we can actually still use at any given time. Okay, we're on to the Prospector, the third boss in this run. We start with the squirrel and the yak. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid for starting the ant run, to be honest with you. So we've dropped an ant queen, we replay our yak, and then we play a worker ant, and then we play our yak, then we play an ant queen. You see, this is why the yak is just too overpowered for an ant deck. It's definitely worth having for this type of deck, one that only fills up on low level summonable creatures, right? Especially ones that duplicate themselves into your hand. So we have a squirrel, and we end our turn. We start working on the mule. Our flying queen ant actually won't attack the wolf. This is kind of gonna hold us up a lot. We were 1 damage away from grabbing that one then as a victory. Now we throw the gek down. Just want to kill the wolf cub, get our gek back to our hand. And they actually do 1 more damage than we do a turn currently, but it's all good. We have a plan. That's to try to fill our hand up a little bit. So we throw down the gek, and we throw down the mantis. We break the mule, and we take the tasty resources from the mule, and then we double team the wolf and kill the wolf cub at the same time with the mantis. Another wolf comes down, takes 1 health from the mantis. It's fine, it's still alive. We've got some decent cards in our hand. They're not great, but they're decent. Helps us keep our hands full. Another 6 damage. Nice. Nice finish. This is a really bad situation where like all our cards now become nuggets. This is not the preferred situation for ending the first round with the Prospector, but you know, we're going to try power through it a little bit. We need them to clear a space, so we end our turn, and the wolf and the bloodhound actually attack the same spot. This is not helpful. This is not helpful at all. We draw the Dyers. Really not the best thing for us there. We summon the gek, and we play the mantis. It's because we're going to get 2 damage on the left, and then 2 damage towards the bloodhound on the right. And it's going to survive both the hits, so we don't take any actual damage from it. The adder actually broke a space on the left for us. It's very nice. We tried to summon the wolf without enough material on the field for it. That's fine, because we can just remove both of those, play him in front of the wolf, and then we place the gek down, and we grab the wolf cub to kill the adder. There we go. Technically, we got 2 wolves now, family of wolves on the field to deal with their wolves. I think it's a decent-ish combo, to be honest with you. They drop 2 adders immediately, straight down in front of them. This is my least favourite part of the game, where they're just like, here you go, you got some good cards. We're going to drop some one-shot cards right in front of it. Okay, so we do 6 damage, and we actually take a win. Not too bad. I think we played that well. I think if we would have lost our wolf, then we would have started to struggle again there. So I'm happy that we got through that. We grab the pack rats. The amalgam with the red eyes there is actually the Ijirak, which wouldn't actually have been too bad a card. We would be able to use it to duplicate cards from our deck. So we can select the pack rat and put it onto the wolf cub. It's not too bad. Just trying to reduce the amount of cards in our deck down, to be honest with you. And we move on. We move on to the final fights. The end is upon us. Yes, 1 more to be saved. He brings out another another candle, as he does, you know. We got our smoke for surviving this round with 1 extra life. We got the smoke? We got the smoke, oh wait, and this round, yeah, for sure. Because we beat the Prospector with only 1 life, didn't we? But we got the smoke for the final boss. I didn't realise that we gained our lives back just for the final boss bit. That's fine. We got our 2 Mantis for turn 1. It's not a bad combination, to be honest with you. Turn 1 wise. We can end our turn there and basically just wipe this mole man out on turn 1. It's not bad. Prospector drops in. Our Mantis jumps in front of the Amalgam to stop him from dealing any damage. This isn't our preferred situation for the Mantis to be in, but it's all good. This is turn 2 that we end now. Prospector needs to be here for 2 turns. We actually take a win right there, I see. This is how we get through, because if you can stop the Prospector from getting a turn, he won't be able to do his ability on you. So we need to make sure that we win this turn. There's no ifs, buts, maybes about it. We got Cody and... was this Sean? Yeah, Cody and Sean. Sean is an insta-kill. He's like my adder that I had earlier, but with less health. So we play the dice down, right here, and we end our turn. We actually take the win straight away. This is nice. Prospector turning everything into nuggets would not have been helpful whatsoever. At this point in time, we got nothing in our hand. And some of our best cards are on the field, you know, so definitely would have struggled with that one. Okay, we draw a squirrel, so it's all from our deck. We drew the Gek. Nice. Might as well be a squirrel. Gek is just as good as a squirrel, to be honest with you. We got plenty of time now while the moon kills what cards we have on the field currently to just build up our hand and see what the next play is going to be. So we got plenty of squirrels now. There we go, nice. Got a few squirrels. Gonna start drawing from the deck now, I think. Yep, there we go. Night Queen. Not bad. Not gonna start summoning yet. We want to just summon a whole field of ants. We got the other Ant Queen. This is perfect because we got exactly the number of squirrels and the Gek to help us get all of this done. So, Queen Ant, Gek and Squirrel for another Queen Ant. There we go. And then we got a Gek and a Squirrel, which would get us our 2 Ant workers. Although the Gek also does the job. And we can save ourselves a squirrel, it's all good. Okay, so we end our turn, we got 12 damage on the field now, boom, the moon is gone. And it's going to take us an extra turn to finish this off, but realistically, we're pretty much there. Okay, and then we draw. Unless she has no more turns, we can't do anything once the moon's gone. We get some extra damage, and that's it for the run. Okay, thanks for joining us, and if you want to see more, check out the 2 videos, and we'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye!